Let's get to work, baby. Let's get to work. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin', my people? What's poppin'? What's poppin', my people? What's poppin'? If you can hear me, put an 8 in the chat. If you can hear me, put an 8 in the chat. If you can hear me, put an 8 in the chat. 8, 8. What's up, Malachi? What's up? What's up? Camilla King. Camilla King. What's poppin', my people? Let's get it. Perfect, perfect. Now today is crazy. It's crazy. After all this came out today, they finally wanna they finally wanna put out the video. This happened last December, last year. They finally want to release the video since the attorney came out with his facts. It took them almost a year to show this video. It took them almost a year to show this video. That boy hopped in, PA out the truck, hollering green Charger. Exactly. Exactly, bruh. And all he saw was the green Charger just drive by. Cause it was green. He hopped out of the truck saying green Charger, green Charger. But they been had the video that it wasn't Kyren. They been had the video. It took them almost a year to show everybody this video. Think about that shit. What's poppin', everybody? It took them almost a year to show this video. And they only showed it because the attorney called them out. So now they trying to blame each other. They trying to blame the police department. They trying to blame the attorney general. All of them trying to blame each other. It took them a whole year to show this video. Imagine what went on before we had video. Imagine what went on before they had body cam footage. Imagine the dirt that went on in the early 2000s, in the 90s, in the 80s, and the 70s. Imagine the dirt they got away with, bruh. This just what we seeing now. Imagine what they been doing. If they can lie to you while having body cam footage, imagine what they been doing. So that's why I don't let up, bruh. Every day I wake up, I will always fight for my people. I will always be a voice for my people. I don't give a damn, bruh. I don't give a damn because we only see what we see. Imagine the stuff we haven't seen. Imagine the things we haven't seen on body cam footage. Imagine. If they can get away with what we see, imagine what they got away with what we didn't see. Imagine that. That's why you have many black people falsely accused. Exactly. He didn't cause the wreck. I don't care. Exactly. He didn't cause it. Because if his car was coming at a head-on collision, the other car would have slammed on brakes early or pressed the brakes or anything. The car never pressed on brakes. The car pressed on brakes right before the accident because the car was about to run in the back of a truck. That's why the car swerved to the other lane. That's why. Because, and the dude said it, she wasn't paying attention. She was about to ram into the back of the truck, but she turned her her car 70 degrees, and she caused the accident. And Kyren just went around it. That's it. Shit crazy, man. And it's always that raccoon, bro. It's always a raccoon. The green car, the green car. It's always a raccoon. Even on social media, it's always raccoons. It's always the raccoons talking down on black people. It's always the raccoons snitching when they're in the wrong. It's always the raccoons, bro. You have to watch out for those raccoons. But I'm so happy that today that the raccoons are finally being exposed. Today, the raccoons are finally being exposed. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Shit crazy, man. And like today I had a video I was gonna do, but I said, man, you know what? I woke up, this just came out. I'm gonna do that video tomorrow, but I had to go live for this. You know, because that's Kyren is our people, bro. If they can get away with what they did to Kyren, they can do it to anybody. That's our people. We may not know him in real life, but that's still our people. It's our duty to speak up for him. It's our duty. Because they ruined that man's life. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. They just dropped this morning. And ain't it crazy? And this gonna be my first time watching it too. All I saw was the dude, just pointing and saying, it was the green car, the green car. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. But yeah, let's get to it.
You're about to view a critical incident briefing video that is intended to give the community a better understanding.
Now look, these are modern, they call them LSP, Louisiana State Police. These are modern day KKK members, bro. These are the Klansmen, bro. That's all they is. They don't wear hoods anymore. This is what they look like right here. The KKK, modern day, 2025, right here, bro. This is who they are right here. So we are dealing with the KKK, bro. That's it. That's why it took them almost a whole year to release this video. It took them a whole year to release this video.
I'm Colonel Robert Hodges, Superintendent of Louisiana State Police. You're about to view a critical incident briefing video that is intended to give the community a better understanding of the incident that occurred. The video is inclusive of evidence related to the incident, which may include 911 calls, body-worn camera footage, and other relevant information. As this comprehensive investigation develops, our understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. The department's ability to investigate these incidents...
Now, mind y'all, it took them, this happened last December 2024. It took them almost a year to put this out, but they only put it out because the attorney went on that radio show on that, you know, that we saw and exposed them. So now they have to put out the body cam footage. I've been asking for the body cam footage. I've been saying, where is the footage? Now they want to show it because the attorney exposed it. You see how crazy this shit is, bro? And look, he trying to look all serious and shit. This shit crazy. This shit crazy, dog. This shit crazy. Facts.
I'm Colonel Robert Hodges, Superintendent of Louisiana State Police. You're about to view a critical incident briefing video that is intended to give the community a better understanding of the incident that occurred. The video is inclusive of evidence related to the incident, which may include 911 calls, body-worn camera footage, and other relevant information. As this comprehensive investigation develops, our understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. The department's ability to investigate these incidents relies on the impartial and transparent investigations, as well as considering the potential criminal responsibility of those involved.
On Tuesday, December 17, 2024, Louisiana State Police Troop C began investigating a fatal crash that occurred on LA 20 near Perez Lane and Chack Bay, located in Lafourche Parish. This investigative briefing has been prepared to provide clarification of the facts and an accurate depiction of the evidence in the moments leading up to the crash and the subsequent.
Now, I want y'all to read all that while I say this. Hold on, somebody. Claude Neely Francis. Whites are imposters for Christ, just like they're imposters for everything else. Coaches, teachers, police, judges, jurors, doctors, they care why underneath. Hey, I agree with that. I agree with that. And the video I'm dropping tomorrow is going to explain that too. And I appreciate that, Tim, man. Appreciate everybody who's sending super chats, man. I really, really appreciate y'all. A bunch of clowns facts. I just watched this stuff that you popped up. Yeah. The only reason why they're coming out with this now is because the attorney exposed them Friday. So over the weekend, they had to put all their stuff together and drop this video and act like, so now they blaming each other. This where it is now. Now they blaming each other. Both of them wrong. The attorney general, the police department, all of them wrong. But I bet you one thing, that money that Kyren had to pay to bond himself out, I bet you they're not talking about that. 151K. What's popping, Kyren? What's popping, Kyren? Let's get to it, man. I hope y'all read all this. Let's get to it.
Investigation. Due to differences in technology, the timestamps on the business surveillance footage may not align with the actual time data recorded by Louisiana State Police based on recorded radio communications. According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 52 seconds, a green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As the green Dodge Charger returns to the southbound lane, aggressive braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage.
You see that? I want y'all to catch something what they did. Look. Green Charger, illegal passing the vehicles. But this had nothing to do with the accident. Nothing to do with the accident. Look. Then it said Green Charger aggressively braking and re-entered. You see the words they use? You see the way the media works, bro? Green Charger aggressively braking. How you know he aggressively braking? The dude, we saw the other video. He slowed down slow. He didn't just slam on brakes. We saw the other video. You see the games they play. You see the games they play. We saw the other video that the attorney played. He slowed down at a slow pace. He wasn't even going that fast. But it's the wording, bro. I'm telling you. I know it's all this shit, bro. Green Charger, they trying to protect their ass because the attorney already exposed them. He already exposed them. They been had this footage. Why we never saw this footage the day it happened, the day after it happened? Why we never saw this footage? Why we never saw that footage? If they saying he aggressively braking and all that shit, why we never saw the goddamn footage? I told y'all, when they don't show the footage, it took them almost a year to show us this footage. They been had this. They been had this. Shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy, man. Let's play it.
According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 54 seconds, a portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs.
Exactly.
Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane into a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane.
Exactly.
Immediately after the crash occurred, The green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop. At the same time, all other vehicles remain at the scene to provide assistance.
You see how they trying to manipulate this and that? Bro, these people are crazy. Hold on, let me read this. Let me read this, y'all. White supremacy is based on words. Neither for the jury FBA should never use white supremacy words because their words serve white. Hey, I agree with that. Shout out to you for the 10 again. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. It's such a breaking. He was traveling in the wrong. That don't matter. It had nothing to do with the accident. They had nothing to do with the accident. That's like saying a drunk man was walking on the side of the, it don't matter. The person driving, the person that was driving the other lane didn't slam on brakes, didn't hesitate, didn't press the brakes at all. They only pressed the brakes because they was about to run in the back of somebody because they wasn't paying attention. That's why the cop framed Kyren. Like, come on, bro. We ain't dumb, dog. What's popping? What's popping in the tone? But listen to her, bro. See, I'm going to tell you how the media works. A lot of people work a lot. A lot of people don't have time to, like, sit and think. Why are you sitting and she's narrating the whole thing, but to make it seem like he was in the wrong. She's making it seem like he was in the wrong when the attorney already broke down everything. He broke down who slammed on brakes at this time. He broke down everything to a T. So they just been out. Why did it take them almost a year for this video to come out? The clickbait, I ain't trying to hear that. Why this video didn't come out in January? Why this video didn't come out in December? Tell me that. Since you know everything. Since you know everything. Exactly, they framed them. Exactly. Similar to how they made up a story against. Exactly. If they don't have the video right after the incident, they lying. They lying. They could have been showed this video, but they only showed us because the attorney came with the real facts. He came with the facts at who slammed on brakes at this time, he came with the real facts. He went to the black box. Like an airplane, when an airplane crashed, they have the black box. He went to the cars and got the black box and saw who slammed on brakes at what time. When Kyren was passing, no one pressed on brakes. So he got back in his lane. Nobody pressed on brakes. They only pressed on brakes because she was about to run into the back of a truck. So to save her ass, she swerved to the other lane and she caused that accident. That's how it happened. It's simple. Shit crazy, man. Appreciate that super chat. Those sound, that's crazy. Can y'all hear me now? Put an 8 in the chat, y'all can hear me. That's crazy. Put an 8 in the chat, y'all can hear me now? Put an 8. Put an 8. Can y'all hear me? Put an 8 in the chat. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's see. In America, anti-blackness is funded by white supremacy. In other words, wickedness is high places. Facts. Facts. Appreciate that again. Appreciate that other 10. Appreciate that. 8. We got 8s. Okay, we cool. We cool. We cool. I told y'all, bro, when you tell the truth, when you breaking shit down, this what happens. This what happens. Let me make sure y'all can hear me again. Put an 8 in the chat again if y'all can hear me. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Put an 8 in the chat. Put an 8 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Perfect. Got you. Let's get back to it.
Out of the northbound lane into a business.
Now, I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen how she's trying to narrate it to make it seem like he was in the wrong. Exactly.
According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 54 seconds, a portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane into a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane. Immediately after the crash occurred, the green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop. At the same time, all of
You see that? She said failing to stop. Why would he stop if he didn't cause the accident? Why would he stop if he didn't cause the accident? You heard she say it, right? Failing to stop. You have to watch all their words, bro. All their words is to convince you that he caused the accident. And this what they've been doing. This what they've been doing. Shit crazy.
other vehicles remain at the scene to provide assistance. The briefing will now transition to the troopers' response and investigation. At 12 o'clock p.m., a two-vehicle injury crash
Yeah, they say everybody else stop.
dispatched to Louisiana State Police Troop C via the 911 dispatch system. The responding trooper arrived on the scene at 12:07 p.m. and was immediately met by numerous witnesses who described a green Charger driving aggressively and causing the crash. The video has been edited for time purposes.
Oh, you heard that, right? You heard that, right? The video has been edited for time purposes. These people waited. Mind you, this happened way last December, dog. They had nothing but time to edit the video. They could have used AI to speed them. Bro, these people, you can't put nothing past them. Why are you just, I'm going to keep saying this. Why are you just showing us this video almost a year later? If his lawyer would, if his attorney would never came out and told us what happened, they would have never showed us the body cam footage. They had the body cam footage all along, but they just now showing us. That tells you everything you need to know. And on all my videos, I'm always telling y'all, if they don't show you videos, that person wasn't in the wrong. Carmelo Anthony, he wasn't in the wrong. Because we haven't seen a video yet. If it was a video, they go show he was in the wrong. They go show it. Shit crazy, man. Shiesty, man. Shiesty. If you got edit, that means you hiding something. Come on. It could have been showed us this. What's poppin', Josephine?
If you get a chance, can you advise cause of injury?
Anthony, that's a crazy ass question, bro. This is Louisiana. What are you talking about?
He caused all that. He went to pass the car way back this way.
The green Charger collided with these cars?
He went right into
He went around that truck, okay? He was passing up with her, and she had no choice. She hits the road.
How are the injuries? What
She
are they?
got a broken ankle and
You see? You see? Why didn't they show this a long time ago? Why he just not showing this? Why it took the attorney? See, the attorney, he broke down the black box. He went to see who slammed on brakes when. When Kyren passed that truck up those other cars, nobody pressed the brakes. Nobody pressed the brakes. He was back in his lane already. And then they decided to slam on brakes because she was about to run in back of a truck. And she swerved to the left. And that's how the accident happened. But you see how they, bro, these people is evil as hell, bro. Shit crazy, man. Then the cop tries to persuade the witness. Exactly. Come on, T-Well. Then the cop tried to persuade. He told him to write down that the green Charger caused you to slam on brake. Yeah, he said that. He tried to frame this man. And now they putting this together like Kyren actually caused the accident, which he didn't. The dude was back in his lane before anybody slammed on brakes. He was already back in his lane. Shit crazy, man. At the time frame for the footage. Yeah.
I was on the phone when two back injuries, one broke ankle.
Yeah, I just told him not to move. You know what I'm saying?
And it's always a raccoon, bruh. A raccoon. Did you see the green Charger? You see the green Charger? And you see how they cover up everybody's face? Bro, when have we started seeing this? When they just start blocking out everybody's face. Look, everybody's face is blocked out. You know why? Because they don't want you to know who that is to go question them again. Look, this happened December 17, 2024. It's almost December again. Why are we just now seeing this video? It's almost December again. Why are we just now seeing this video? For the first time. Why didn't this video come out when he was fighting for his freedom? Why didn't this video come out when he was fighting for his freedom? Shit crazy, man. They blocked out everybody's face, man. When have you saw some shit like this? Look at this shit. They blocked out everybody's face. This is Louisiana, bruh. That's Louisiana for you. I told you, I love where I'm from. I love Louisiana. I love it. But on the other side, it's a plantation, dog. If you got that, I don't care if you black. I don't care if you black. You got that badge on, you are a part of that. You are a part of those slave catchers. You on their team. Because they love to say, oh, all cops not bad. What are good cops at then? Why no good cops ever making videos taking up for black people when shit like this happen? What are good cops at? Oh, all cops not bad. What are good cops at then? They quiet. Notice on Facebook, all the cops you know, they always quiet. But when Charlie Kirk died, they was raccooning. When Charlie Kirk died, black people, oh, I don't feel someone should be able to die for their opinion. Look what's happening now. A black young man just got framed and they quiet as hell. Where the good cops at? Where they at? All right.
Something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger? Okay, so you saw it. So what did you see happen?
He went to pass me in the cars back there around around the curve, right?
Okay.
Hey, he come down, right? He come down. I got this. He had his brother that
Right.
was taken to the emergency room, to the hospital or something like that, chemo or something like that.
Alright.
I got his number also to verify this number.
What the hell?
In front of her. When that green Charger came, he went caused this whole big traffic, so everybody was hitting brakes. If the Charger, I thought he was hitting this the gold truck head on. So he jammed on brakes. She was coming down. That was going that way. When I saw
Which way was the Charger going? The Charger?
was
going this way. Okay.
What the? Look at this dude, bruh. Look at this dude.
Jammed on brakes. She went to dodge Mr. And that's when he came on. I was by the gas station on the side. She come over and hit him.
Which 18 wheel were you driving? Okay. So the Charger, I guess, passed you up?
The Charger's behind. He was cars behind me.
We gotta.
Taking my time.
And the Charger.
I need y'all help, bro. This a truck driver. We have to find who this truck driver is. We have to find who this truck driver is. So I need my people to do your homework. Help me out. Send it to my Instagram DM. We have to find out who this truck driver is, bro. We have to find out who this truck driver is. Because I know why he was doing that. He was mad because he got passed up. As a truck driver, that's what it was. I drove trucks 10 years over the road. He was mad because Kyren passed him up in the Charger. He was mad at that. So that's why he just came on and say it was a green Charger. It was a green Charger without knowing without knowing everything. He was just mad because Kyren passed him up. I drove trucks for 10 years. Like, I know that feeling. So we gotta find out who this truck driver is, who lying and snitching like, bro, I told y'all, bro, these raccoons, bro, you gotta watch out for them. They just as dangerous as the racist Caucasian people. They just as dangerous, dog. He hopped out the truck. The green Charger, the green Charger. Like, dude, what the hell? I got the phone number. We gotta find out who dude is, bro.
Was passing all these cars in this lane. And so almost hit this one.
It was a gold truck. I got his number right here. That's why I took his number and his name.
Almost hit the gold truck head on.
Yeah, that's his number and phone number and name.
So the gold truck, what did the gold truck do?
The gold truck is right here.
The gold truck slams on his
Slams on brakes to stop the Charger. The Charger swerves back in.
Okay.
Cut somebody else off, whoever was behind them.
Okay.
But then they slammed on, the Charger, he swerved in front of them. They slammed on brakes.
What?
And by this time, he slips through, right?
Okay.
As he slips through, she's coming. She like to ram the back of the gold truck. That's what I'm
She
saying.
almost hit the back of Miss.
Yeah, Miss.
Was Miss truck hit?
No, he was missed.
Okay. So the truck, Mr. He slammed on it.
No, it's just right up. The gold truck is right up there.
Right. He slams on his brakes to avoid the Charger. Yeah. This car, what?
Cut that car off. If I'm not mistaken.
So what is this car do? It just swerves out the way.
Exactly.
When I was watching it too, she turned the wrong way. Instead of going close to post, she turned this way.
Okay, so she turned this way, and then this car was just coming.
Yeah.
I got you.
And then Charger came around.
That's the number for y'all.
Now, later we'll go back to what the dude in the gold truck said. The dude in the gold truck said he never slammed on brakes. He said he wasn't even going that fast to slam on brakes. That's what he said. The dude in the gold truck, he just said that the gold truck slammed on brakes. We're gonna go to the other video after this one. The dude in the gold truck said he wasn't even going that fast to slam on brakes. That's what the dude in the gold truck said. He said I wasn't even going that fast to slam on brakes. The girl behind me wasn't paying attention. She caused the whole accident. He said that. The dude in the gold truck said that. So you see how dumb dude sound? The dude in the gold truck never slammed on brakes. He said he wasn't even going fast enough to slam on brakes. He said the woman behind him caused the whole accident. The dude in the gold truck said this. He said the woman behind him caused the whole accident. He said that she wasn't paying attention and she almost slammed in back of him, so she had to swerve to stop from hitting him. She caused the whole accident. Kyren didn't cause this accident. The dude in the gold truck exposed it all. We're going to go back to it after this video, though. We're going to go back to it. Exactly. And Anthony, not just according to the lawyer, the dude in the gold truck said that. The dude in the gold truck said he wasn't going that fast to slam on brakes. But the cop was trying to make him say he had to slam on brakes. But he said, no, I didn't slam on brakes. I wasn't going that fast. He said the girl behind me caused the whole accident. He said this. And you see how quick they lie? You see how quick they lie, bro? So we got to find who this truck driver is and put him on blast too, bro. We got to, man. So if anybody can find who he is, send it to my Instagram DM, bro. No email, because I don't really be checking emails like that. It'd be too many. Send it to my Instagram DM, bro. And, hey, we got to put him on blast too. Fuck that.
See what happened to Charger and stopped.
Is it green Charger?
Yeah. But then when he seen what happened, he almost hit me like that. Right here.
He was the only one that jumped out of the trailer. Everybody else followed on the other way. He jumped out of the trailer, eased through here and went on down the road.
Okay.
because he didn't cause it.
I know it's hurting right now, but do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened?
And this is, they tried to hide. Look, when do you know people to put blocks on the person? This is Louisiana for you, bruh. This how you know Louisiana dirty as hell, bruh. This how you know Louisiana dirty. When do they start blocking, blurring the face out of people? This how you know this the girl though. She caused the whole accident, bruh, because she wasn't paying attention. She caused the whole accident, bruh. Dude in a gold truck said it. He said she wasn't paying attention. She caused the whole accident, bruh. No, Kyren Lacy was driving a green Charger. She caused the whole accident, bruh. Shit crazy. And they tried to make dude in the gold truck, they tried to make him say that he had to slam on brakes. But he told the cop, he told Tyler Warren, no, I didn't slam on brakes because I wasn't going that fast. He wasn't even going that fast. That's what he said. We're going to play that video after this one, though. I got y'all, bro. I see all this shit. Why are they blocking out? When do they do shit like this? This is Louisiana for you, though, bro. On the other hand, I love where I'm from, but they some dirty motherfuckers, bro. Like Boosie say, dirty motherfuckers. He wasn't lying, bro. It's right. I'm watching Fox 8 News this morning, and they had a lawyer on there saying they need more facts. He said people are jumping to, yeah, but the lawyer his attorney already laid out the facts. He got the black box, he had the map, he had everything. He laid out the facts. Exactly. But this Louisiana, bro, I told you, they follow their own rules, man. If this wouldn't have went nationwide, they would have never showed us this video. This what they do in Louisiana. So remember people was laughing at Antoine Massey? Y'all remember Antoine Massey when he escaped out of that New Orleans jail? When 10 inmates escaped and Antoine Massey went live on Instagram and he was saying, look, they framing me. And everybody was laughing at him. Antoine Massey said the girl that said he did something to her, she came back to the jail. She came back to court and said, no, he didn't do it. I was just mad at him. He said that. But he said they still charging me with this. That's what they do. Everybody laughed at Antoine Massey. I told y'all, as soon as he turned himself back in, guess what's going to happen? He going to disappear. And where he at now? He in Angola and he disappeared, bro. They don't care, bro. Everybody laughed at Antoine Massey when he said they was railroading him. They railroaded him. He was telling you, they was framing him. He was trying to show you. But guess what? Nobody listens to black men, bro. This is why I got to go live. I'm going to always speak up for my people. I don't give a fuck, bro. Always speak up for my people. Because nobody else go do it. They going to laugh at you. They going to laugh. The whole world crucified Kyren Lacy. Even some black people. Turn himself in. He deserved prison. It's cold, bro. So this is why I'm taking my time out to do this. Shit crazy, man.
Or do you remember?
I just looked the truck. I was stopping on brakes. The other car was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge, but not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. Do you remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Okay.
Now, she done laid on that ground, and she done heard everything the truck driver said, and she just said, okay, I'm going to take his story. That's it. That's it. She said, I'm going to take everything he said, and I'm going to take his story. That's it, bro. That's it. Shit crazy, bro.
Thank you.
While on scene, the
Appreciate
investigating
you.
trooper obtained written and recorded statements. The trooper also spoke with additional witnesses via phone and ultimately obtained written statements later in the investigation. After the crash, the passenger in the Kia Sorento died. As part of the continued investigation, the investigating trooper made contact with the driver of the gold truck at a later date to obtain an official written statement.
Let's see if they
based on
show it.
previous conversations.
Show the video.
Troopers also received an additional witness statement describing the erratic driving behavior of the green Charger.
Show the video of the gold truck.
Following the on-scene investigation,
Thanks, bro, for being Justice Warrior. We Black FBA exist among vampires. Appreciate you, man. All Appreciate that, Claude, Nearly Friends. Appreciate you for that. Another 10. Thank you for supporting, man. Thank you for supporting. This is my job, man. Nobody give a damn about our black people, bro. So, you know, we got to care about each other. And hold on. Are they going to show the video? Are they going to show the video of the gold truck saying what he said? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Troopers identified the green Charger as a vehicle of interest and utilized 21 separate surveillance video cameras to capture the uninterrupted path of the green Charger from the crash scene to a Thibodeau business 11 miles away. Through the use of investigative tools, troopers were able to obtain the license plate number of the green Charger on December 19, 2024. On December 26, 2024, troopers determined that Kyren Lacy was the driver of the green Charger at the time of the crash. Just prior to the crash, Lacy was illegally in the opposing lane, passing southbound vehicles. The gold truck traveling north veered right to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger. As the gold truck veered right, the driver of the Kia Cadenza saw the approaching green Charger. In reaction, the Kia Cadenza driver swerved left into the southbound lane and impacted a northbound Kia Sorento. Through the investigation, troopers determined that the driver of the gold truck reacted appropriately to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger, which was approaching at a high rate of speed. In consideration of the high speed of the green Charger compared to the surrounding and opposing vehicles, the reaction time of the involved drivers was greatly diminished. Since the incident occurred, the Louisiana State Police never reported that the green Charger impacted any of the involved vehicles. However, all evidence collected supports it at a high rate of speed. In consideration of the high speed of the green Charger compared to the surrounding and opposing vehicles, the reaction time of the involved drivers was greatly diminished. Since the incident occurred, the Louisiana State Police never reported that the green Charger impacted any of the involved vehicles. However, all evidence collected supports the conclusion that Lacy's reckless operation of the green Charger in oncoming traffic triggered the chain of events involving the other drivers.
Listen, you see how they trying to manipulate you? They just said that LSP said he wasn't involved with the accident. They just said this. Listen. Then they say, however, listen.
Of the green Charger on December 19, 2024. On December 20.
Hold up. They love playing our faces. That's facts, FBA. Appreciate that. The Tethanator. Appreciate that 199, man. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate all super chats. Why aren't they showing closer cameras? They aren't. Oh, hold up. We're gonna talk about that. But listen to what she said. LSP said, Louisiana State Police said that the green Charger was not involved with the accident. He wasn't involved. That's what they showed you all this just to tell you he wasn't involved. However, his reckless driving, listen.
6, 2024. Troopers determined that Kyren Lacy was the driver of the green Charger at the time of the crash. Just prior to the crash, Lacy was illegally in the opposing lane, passing southbound vehicles. The gold truck traveling north veered right to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger. As the gold truck veered right, the driver of the Kia Cadenza saw the approaching green Charger. In reaction, the Kia Cadenza driver swerved left into the southbound lane and impacted a northbound Kia Sorento.
How can she say in reaction when you about to say that he didn't cause the accident? Like, what are you talking about? You see the games, you see the mental games they play. You have to use your common sense with dealing with these people. They trying to cover their ass. How you say in reaction and then you say he didn't cause it? Like, that don't go together. Shit crazy, man. Word manipulation. Come on, man. Like we dumb or something.
So, through the investigation, troopers determined that the driver of the gold truck reacted appropriately to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger, which was approaching at a high rate of speed. In consideration of the high speed of the green Charger compared to the surrounding and opposing vehicles, the reaction time of the involved drivers was greatly diminished. Since the incident occurred, the Louisiana State Police never reported that the green Charger impacted any of the involved vehicles. However, all evidence collected supports the conclusion that Lacy's reckless operation of the green Charger in oncoming traffic triggered the chain of events.
And look, see, you have to notice what they do. You have to notice what they do. I do photography. You have to notice what they do, bro. The whole time she been talking, they've been playing the crash over and over and over. That's all you hear. They've been playing the crash. Behind the scenes while she talking, they playing. That's the fuck with your mind. They playing the crash and they showing you his car over and over and over. They don't want to show you what the attorney showed us. He showed us the accident happened way before he even got there. They just showing you his car and the sound of the accident. And then they never showed us the body cam footage of the cop talking to the person in the gold truck. They never showed that to us. You know why? Because the person in the gold truck said that woman caused the accident. That's what he said. We're going to play that next. We're going to play that next.
Involving the other drivers, ultimately resulting in the fatal crash.
Exactly.
Additionally, troopers determined that less than 10 minutes after the crash occurred, evidence supports that Lacy's first outgoing phone call was to a Baton Rouge area personal injury and defense attorney. After consultation with the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office on January 2nd, 2025, an arrest warrant was signed on January 8th, 2025 through the 17th Judicial Court for Kyren Lacy. In coordination with his attorney, Lacy was arrested on January 12, 2025 at the Lafourche Parish Correctional Center. The driver of the Kia Cadenza was initially issued a citation for following too close, which was later amended to driving left of center.
Wow.
This incident resulted in numerous injuries and loss of life. All involved victims deserve a thorough and complete investigation based on all available factual evidence. Additional investigative reports and videos can be utilized through the Trending Topics link on the GovQA platform.
Now look. Remember, they never showed the cop that was pressing the dude in the gold truck. They never showed that video. You know why? Because that's going to expose their whole lie. I'm about to show it to you. But why it took them almost a year to show us this video? If they had this video, why it almost took them a year to show us this video? You got to think about that. It took them almost a year to show us all this. They could have been showed us this. But they only showed you because the attorney exposed everything. He exposed everything. And it makes you wonder, did they want Kyren Lacy dead so he couldn't expose that corruption? Because we still haven't seen no body cam footage from the high-speed chase in Houston. We got no video footage, no body cam footage of the high-speed chase in Houston when they said he, ended himself. Where is that footage? He's in Houston, Texas. It's cameras everywhere. We have no footage. I don't believe he ended himself, bro. I believe they didn't want him to go to trial. He was going to trial next day. I believe they didn't want him to go to trial next day because everyone would have got exposed. They would have gotten exposed. And Houston, not that far from Baton Rouge. It's like, what, 4 hours? Who got connection and unalived him? I don't believe he then his mom said someone stole his chain out of his car. We didn't see no pictures of the green Charger when he wrecked it in Houston. Where's the pictures? Where's the videos? There's nothing. We saw nothing. I believe they murdered him because they didn't want him to go to trial because we saw what his attorney had. His attorney had all the facts. He would have exposed the whole system. So what do? They unalive him. In Houston, in Harris County, the most corrupt county in Texas. Go do your research. They stay unaliving black men and getting away with it in Harris County. The DAs stay getting arrested. I'm telling you, bro, this shit crazy, man. This shit crazy. But let's go. Hold on. What part didn't they show? Now, mind you, they didn't show They didn't show the gold truck talking. The dude in the gold truck talking, right? They didn't.
Barely got through, and then there was some big explosion. That's not what happened.
I'm about to show it.
Kyren Lacy passed for the.
Now, they show all videos. This how you know they in the wrong. They show all angle. Well, they show all the videos, the body cam footage of the cops, but they never showed this one. They never showed this one. Why didn't they show this one? Why didn't they show this one? Why didn't they show this video? See, they can't fool me, bro. I see through their bullshit. I see through their manipulation. I see through that bullshit. They didn't show this video of the gold truck, the most important person in this whole thing. Watch what he said. Watch what he said.
Sir. So, look, don't worry about filling any of that.
Now, this was the gold truck that was in front of the girl, that was in front of the woman, Brianna. This is the gold truck that was in front of her. And the dude, the truck driver said he had to slam on brakes. Listen.
In terms of the oncoming traffic, right? So, I'm looking at that gold truck. I want to know what they said, when they said it, what were the circumstances, how did this come about? And this is where it really starts tying together, right? The gold truck, they end up getting a statement from this individual. There's two of them. The very first one, what I noticed on the body cam was that the conversation was going on for 4 minutes and approximately 30 seconds prior to the body cam being activated. And of course, when the body cam's activated, I don't know what you said those previous 4.5 minutes. They end up at this individual's house to obtain a statement. I want to play right now how that statement started.
It's a must.
Okay, let's roll that in.
Facts. They never showed this video in their footage. They had a 12-minute footage, but they never showed this. Why didn't they show this footage, bro? Why didn't they show the gold truck and what he said about the whole situation? Listen.
Sir. So, look, don't worry about filling any of this top information, like your name, address. Don't worry about any of that. Just right here, if you could, I'd just have you write exactly what you saw. Just make sure to include, where you were.
I don't even know what the name of that highway.
So that's Highway 20. Highway 20. That you just.
All right, make my way home.
Oh, and just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
I ain't getting my way because I wasn't even going for it. That lady in the back of it, she didn't show what happened. That's how she caused that wreck. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side.
So, but the charger was coming right at you, correct? That's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this charger right now. So just include that in the statement, and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
Listen.
In that video, you can clearly hear the suggestive nature indicating that I need you to say
Thank you,
that
Lala.
you had to slam on your brakes and you had to avoid a charger.
Oh, and just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
But then you hear gold truck.
He told the man to say his brakes locked up because he saw the charger. How you gonna tell a man to say that his brakes locked up? What? Dude about to say, no, I wasn't even going that fast to slam on the brakes. You see, that's why they didn't show this part. Why didn't they show this part in their video? You see what they do? They edit that shit to where they don't show the other body cam footage. They don't tell the whole story. These people are evil as hell, bro. This is the modern day KKK. I'm gonna start over for y'all. This is the modern day KKK, bro. LSP, Louisiana State Police, they are the KKK. The AD, the DA, all of them, bro. They all tied in together. Shit crazy, man. Hold on. Just to make sure y'all don't. Since they ain't playing, I'ma play it. They never played this video.
Alright, sir. So, look, don't worry about filling any of this top information, like your name, address. Don't worry about any of that. Just right here, if you could, I'll just have you write exactly what you saw. Just make sure to include, where you were.
I don't even know what the name of that highway.
It's Highway 20. That you just.
All right, ain't no way going to that.
Oh, and just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
I ain't speaking off that because I wasn't even going for it. That lady in the back of me, she didn't show us that, man. That's how she caused that wreck. She was right in the back of me. She pulled on the other side.
So, but the charger was coming right at you, correct? That's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this charger right now. So
It's definitely racism, dog.
Statement, and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
In that video, you can clearly hear the suggestive nature indicating that I need you to say that you had to slam on your brakes and you had to avoid a charger.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness who's the Gold Truck.
Exactly.
What he says. And he says verbatim.
I ain't speaking off that because I wasn't even going for it. That lady in the back of me, she didn't show us that, man. That's how she caused that wreck. She was right in the back of me. She pulled on the other side.
I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast. That lady in the back of me, she didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side. But there's a bigger problem. I then obtained the actual written statement.
And this is from the Gold Truck.
This is the Gold Truck. Now, after the statement we just went through, notice, I've obviously redacted names, addresses, and the cell phone number in fairness to the individual who is Gold Truck, number one, in oncoming traffic. See, the problem with that statement is, it is in direct contravention to what was said minutes earlier. It's not written by him, and where it says signed, it's not signed. It's refused. But you see, when I have a witness who is the most critical, and he's telling you, I wasn't traveling fast. We know now that he wasn't. The data shows 2.99 seconds before that he was traveling 28 miles an hour. The data shows that. Now he corroborates that. And he goes on to say, I didn't even make a skid mark. That woman behind me, she caused that accident. And you give me this statement that is refused? I got a problem. I got a problem with that. A big one. What he's saying is she had to avoid hitting him. He specifically stated she caused that accident, but I've got an affidavit for arrest warrant right here. Nowhere in here does it say anything that you guys just saw on body cam. To the contrary,
Exactly.
about that vehicle, it says the Gold Truck took evasive action by emergency braking and driving off the roadway to avoid a head-on crash. But you just heard he said, I wasn't even going fast. I didn't even skid mark. So what emergency braking
Bingo.
are we referring to here?
Bingo. The cop forged the report. That's why. Okay, we can hold on.
And what the hell was the point of this report? It is complete opposite. I would expect that you'll show this to where they can read what was said versus what was written just a minute.
Denial of racism is essential to its maintenance, Dr. Francis. Therefore, anyone that denies systemic white supremacy is helping to keep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Appreciate that. Appreciate your support. Thank you for that. You see? And somebody said it. The cop forged the statement. He forged the statement. That's why it couldn't be signed. That's why he put refuse, because he wrote the statement. The dude just said that girl caused the accident. She didn't even know nothing about the green Charger. She heard the green Charger when the truck driver was talking. He forged the whole thing. That's why they didn't play this video. Their video came out today. They never played that video. This the most important part of the whole thing. This the most important piece of the puzzle. And they didn't play it. You see how dirty they is? You see the games they play? Then they put up that fake statement. They put up that fake statement. They didn't read it. They put up that fake statement. You know why? Because racist Caucasian people, they easy to manipulate. That's why they've been caught up in this matrix, in this propaganda all these years. They easy to manipulate because their racism already clouds their judgment. Just like the raccoons. They showed everything in that video. We gonna watch it again. Now, hold on, let's see.
Minutes earlier.
And just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes, like, you know, you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that Charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that Charger. That's
Facts.
She didn't show what happened. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side. And got in there.
so, but the Charger was coming right at you, correct? That's why you had to slam on.
Hold on. Let me read this because I feel, hold on, I'm about to go off. Let's go. It's the daddy for me on Facebook saying, don't bash the girl because he cool with the girl daddy. Like, how are you so cool? Look, YG, I'm going to be real, bro. I'm going to be real. When Kyren Lacy, how your son died in that way, and the first thing you say on social media is, parents, mental health, check on your people. I'm like, bro, your son just died in this way. What are you talking about? I can tell he was, I ain't gonna say it, bro. I was gonna say weak, but you gotta understand, bro. Not everybody in the South is like weak and like they'll kiss the ring and bow down. But a lot of people in the South, not everybody, because you got a lot of people who not for that shit, who speak their mind. So it's not everybody. But you have a lot of people in the South, bro. They are raccoons, bro. They would do whatever master tells them, bro. They don't have no fight in them, bro. They don't have no fight in them, bro. They'll just let anything slide, bro. I'm telling you. And I say not everybody, because somehow people ain't going for that shit. But a lot of them, bro, they gonna say, talk to Jesus about it. Go to church about it. But they ain't gonna never fight about it. They ain't gonna never fight about it. It's a lot of raccoons, bro. And I really want to speak my mind on his dad, but I ain't gonna do that, bro. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that, man. I really want to. Because ever since he died, I'm like, what? You believe your son died and you don't have no video? Like, what are you talking about? Like I say, a lot of them don't have that fight in them, bro. They don't. They gonna just let shit slide. I see the mom going harder than the dad, for real. I see she going hard. He like, what you mean don't go? She lied on your son. What are you talking about? Like I say, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, brainwash. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, dog.
Break the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this Charger right now. So just include that in the statement, and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here. Okay?
Yep.
By the way, the body cam wasn't on for this statement. It was turned off before obtaining this statement. And this is what we get back in the file. This. Remember, Kyren passed.
Yep.
I'll just put X's. This is where Kyren passed, right? He comes here, he passes. He gets back in his lane. Don't you know that one of these witnesses that's in this package actually says in his statement that the Charger passed through the vehicle of Mr. Hall,
The truck driver.
and the gold truck in vehicle 2, and then they collided. I can't make this up. This is what people just don't get to see. And again, I'm not saying this intentional. I'm saying people commit to a story and they don't back down. You saw it here, but I'm telling you, you guys saw a video. You just saw a statement where somebody tells them what to say. They tell them that's not what happened. They still give me the statement. And now I've got another individual who we won't harp into here because it's so uncredible, right? That one individual, one of the 4 individuals.
Exactly. He
They
came in
say
the
that they were going
clutch.
30 to 35 miles an hour when Kyren passed him. He did. There's no disputing that. No one ever did. But he was back in his lane of travel. 92.3 yards back in. 72.6 at the time of impact. When they collide, he is 72.6. Before they collide, he is almost a football field away back in his lane. That's not disputed. What you can see is another car come to a stop, and then Kyren Lacy come to a stop.
See?
But you know what's really
See? Hold on. Remember they said I'm going to go back to the video. Remember they said he slammed on brakes, like he aggressively slammed on brakes? Watch this video clip. It was zoomed in. He didn't slam on brakes. He eased because he was already in the lane already. He was already back in his lane. He didn't slam on brakes because he wasn't. Look at this. Look, bro. Look.
This intentional? I'm saying people commit to a story and they don't back down. You saw it here, but I'm telling you, you guys saw a video. You just saw a statement where somebody tells them what to say. They tell them that's not what happened. They still give me the statement. And now I've got another individual who we won't harp into here because it's so uncredible, right?
Look.
That one individual, one of the 4 individuals here, they say that they were going 30 to 35 miles an hour when Kyren passed him. He did. There's no disputing that. No one ever did. But he was back in his lane of travel. 92.3 yards back in. 72.6 at the time of impact. When they collide, he is 72.6. Before they collide, he is almost a football field away back in his lane. That's not disputed. What you can see is another car come to a stop, and then Kyren Lacy come to a stop.
He eased.
But you know what's
He
really
eased.
interesting to me as well is that there was another passenger in Kyren Lacy's car. They knew this. They have video footage of this individual getting out of the car. Why didn't you ascertain his identity? Why would you not want to hear the person with one of the best views of this incident? Why would you make a call? Why would you simply not bring him in for questioning?
And I'm sure you talked to him after?
Of course I talked to him after. That's exactly what they said. It's exactly what they said. They actually thought at one point in time that she collided with the gold truck. That's the very first thing they told me, that they thought that this vehicle 2, was trying to get around the 2. As in, slide between.
Now let's go back.
This segment is brought to you by.
You're about to view.
Now let's go back and watch this again. We saw all angles. Now I want y'all to notice something. With them, they only show you one angle. They only show you his car. They don't show you the accident. They only show you his car. That's it. And they keep replaying it. They never showed you where the cop went to the gold truck's house and talked to him. They never showed you that video because he said that girl caused the whole accident. She caused the whole accident. But they never show you that because that would expose them. You see the games they play? You can't even trust the cops, bro. You can't even trust the law, but they want you to follow the law, but they doing shady shit like this. Think about that. Think about that. So the next time you judge somebody like Antoine Massey, when he coming on and say, they framing me. They framed them, but nobody cares. When you're a black man in Louisiana, nobody cares. People come to Louisiana to party. People come to Louisiana to watch football. People come to Louisiana to eat food. They don't care about the real shit that's going on. They don't give a damn about that. So we have to give a damn about that. People back home ain't gonna talk about this because they have jobs. And if they see them on the internet talking like this, they're gonna get fired. Because they don't want you telling the truth. They want you going to that plant, AKA the plantation, you get it? They want you to go to the plant, AKA plantation, and just work. They don't want you to sit and tell the truth. Why do you think they call a plant it's a plantation? It was built on the land where our ancestors owned homes. The game is cold, bro. This shit is deep. Right after slavery, our ancestors bought land, they bought homes, all that stuff. And guess what they did? They came back to build plants, chemical plants on the same land. On the same areas our ancestors owned homes and owned their land, they came back and built chemical plants. They called it plant, but plantation. You see that? Shit crazy, bro. This shit is deep, bro. It's deep. It's deep.
A critical incident briefing video that is intended to give the community a better understanding of the incident that occurred. The video is inclusive of evidence related to the incident.
And took the land, facts.
911 calls, body-worn camera footage, and other relevant information.
Appreciate you. Do that,
As
please.
this comprehensive investigation develops, our understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. The department's ability to investigate these incidents relies on the impartial and transparent investigations, as well as considering the potential criminal responsibility of those involved.
On Tuesday, December 17, 2024, Louisiana State Police Troop C began investigating a fatal crash that occurred on LA 20 near Perez Lane and Chatham, located in Lafourche Parish. This investigative briefing has been prepared to provide clarification of the facts and an accurate depiction of the evidence in the moments leading up to the crash and the subsequent investigation. Due to differences in technology, the timestamps on the business surveillance footage may not align with the actual time data recorded by Louisiana State Police.
Listen, I want y'all to listen to this, bro. They telling you that they edited everything. Hold on. T Webb, thank you for putting these black issues to the forefront of the race. Oh yeah, it's a must, T Webb, man. It's a must. I appreciate you for that 15, man. Appreciate all the super chats, man. Hey, bro, it's up, bro. Like, we have to care about our people. We can't depend on the system, man. The system not for us. We see this in real time. Some people can't believe it. They can't believe the system is like this, but we've been saying that. Listen to what she just said. Listen.
The ability to investigate these incidents relies on the impartial and transparent investigations, as well as considering the potential criminal responsibility of those involved.
On Tuesday, December 17, 2024, Louisiana State Police Troop C began investigating a fatal crash that occurred on LA 20 near Perez Lane and Chack Bay, located in Lafourche Parish. This investigative briefing has been prepared to provide clarification of the facts and an accurate depiction of the evidence in the moments leading up to the crash and the subsequent investigation. Due to differences in technology, the timestamps on the business surveillance footage may not align with the actual time data recorded by Louisiana State Police based on recorded radio communications.
She said the times don't match. You know why times don't match? It's because they edited the whole video. The times don't match because they edited the whole video. This happened last December. They had all this time to edit everything, bro. And they was waiting on the right time to drop it. That attorney, the video I just showed y'all, he just exposed everything. So over the weekend, they got this stuff ready and they posted it this morning. If Kyren Lacy was in the wrong, this video would have been posted. But you know why? He wasn't in the wrong. And Tyler Warner hating ass. Go watch my videos. He messed up. He messed up the whole investigation by trying to frame Kyren Lacy. He went to the Gold Truck's house to try to frame him, but he really messed up the whole investigation. The dude in the Gold Truck told the truth. He said, no, that girl caused the whole accident. He said, I didn't even slam on brakes. I wasn't going that fast. He didn't even press on brakes. The girl who was following him, she wasn't paying attention. And to avoid hitting him, she swerved to the left. and she caused the accident. And they said Kyren just swerved through. No, he didn't. Kyren was already in his lane. He slowed down. He went around. You see how this, bro? We have to find that truck driver, though. The truck driver y'all see in this video, we have to find his name. So if you can find his name, don't email me because there's too many emails. Send it to my Instagram DM. It's Introvert Rockstar. We have to find his name and put him on blast. I know he got a Facebook because he's a truck driver. He on Facebook all day. And the way he was talking, I know he gossiped like Young Thug all day. I know he gossiped. I know he been gossiping about this all since this happened. He been telling everybody. So if you know him, let me know so we can put him on blast. We ain't sending no threats. We ain't trying to harm nobody. But if you ruin a man's life, we gotta put you on Front Street. If you ruin the black man's life, we gotta put you on Front Street. You can't be out here just living and you the reason why he's dead. Nah, we ain't going for that shit. It ain't happening. So yeah, that's what we'll call him. Somebody find Young Thug, bro. If you just seen this video, I'm about to show you who Young Thug is. Somebody find Young Thug. I need y'all to find this truck driver.
According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m.
What his name is? Send it to me. Send it to me
The
then.
green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As the green Dodge Charger returns to the southbound lane, aggressive braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage.
FBAs must have no fear when Nina Simone asks, what does freedom mean to you? Nina, shout out to Nina Simone, man. I love her. Nina Simone responded, freedom means free of fear. Living under white supremacy worldwide prison is not. That's facts, man. That's facts. Appreciate that, man. Damn, you supported today. I appreciate you, for real. It's a due to the community. Facts. I wish I could. You know, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, my bad. Notice how they only showed his car and the sound of the accident. They didn't show the accident. All you saw was his car and the sound of the accident. Why y'all didn't show us the accident? You know why? Because it would show that Kyren Lacy was there way after the accident. That's why it didn't show it. They only showed you this version. So you can create the idea that he caused the accident. You see the games they play, bro? This shit is old school playbook, bro. I told you. These racist people, they using old school playbooks. That's why a lot of black people, we got the raccoons, they steal food. But a lot of us not falling for this shit, bro. This is old school textbook racism, bro. They don't show you the accident. They just give you the sound so you can come up with your mind like, oh, maybe he did cause that. Yeah, that's what they want you to do. It's all mind games, bro. It's all mind games. The attorney showed the accident. They didn't show the accident, but that's on purpose. Shit crazy, man.
According to the video time,
Use AI to repurpose. I'm telling you.
At 54 seconds, a portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane
Appreciate you,
into
Q.
a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane. Immediately after the crash occurred, the green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop. At the same time, all other vehicles remain at the scene to provide assistance.
Look. He didn't slam on brakes. You see that?
The briefing will now transition to the trooper's response and investigation. At 12 o'clock p.m., A two-vehicle injury crash with road blockage was dispatched to the Louisiana State Police Troop C via the 911 dispatch system. The responding trooper arrived on the scene
Exactly.
at 12:07 p.m. and was immediately met by numerous witnesses who described a green Charger driving aggressively and causing the crash. The video has been edited for time purposes.
Be advised, we got total road blockage on LA 20.
The video has been edited for time purposes. And you want to know the parts they edit out? They edit out anybody talking about that it was her fault. They only put in everybody saying it was the green Charger. That's why it was edited. I bet you it had other people saying, no, it was her fault. I bet you, I don't even know if the gold truck dude was there. He probably said something. The dude in the gold truck, he probably said something. But they didn't show you that part. All they showed you, green car, green car, green car, to make you feel like he's guilty. Remember, they've been having this video for almost a year, and we just now seeing it. So they had nothing but time to edit everything. They edit the sound, they edit everything, bro. They had nothing but time to sit there and edit that. Shit crazy, bro.
If you get a chance, can you advise code of injury?
We gotta find him, bro. Soon as the cop get out the car, he snitching. Soon as the cop get out the car, Young Thug is talking. We gotta find this dude, bro. We have to. If we know his name, send it to my Instagram. Send it to my Instagram, bro. And like I say, we ain't sending no threats. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't harming nobody. We just have to. We not gonna blur out faces. Because you blurring out the face because you know it's a lie. They didn't just, look, when have you seen this type of Black Mirror shit? This some shit off Black Mirror when they blurring out the face. When have you seen news coverage when they blurring out everybody's face? When y'all ever saw that shit, bro? Especially a black person. Why would they blur? Bro, this shit crazy. Look, everybody's face blurred out. This how you know they took their time to edit this shit, bro. They blurred out everybody's face. They took their time to edit this shit. This some Black Mirror shit, bro.
It's a green Charger caused all this.
Facts.
He caused all this. He went to pay the truck way back this.
The green Charger collided with these cars?
He went right into it. He went around that truck. Okay.
Look.
It's a green Charger caused all this.
Howlin' Wolf, he said, tell them about the proposed Lacy laws. Yeah, they trying to propose a Lacy law and all that stuff. Man, I'm like, bruh, like your boys say in Virginia, lock them up. Lock them up. Lock that cop up, lock that girl up, lock this truck driver up, lock them up. He said he went through. We saw the video. Kyren slowed down and eased through. He didn't just fly through. Shit crazy, bro. And we have to speak on this, bro, because people, they don't care about our black people, bro. They don't. When you talk about shit, they're going to call you, oh, you just complaining. How are we complaining, bro? Every day you seeing with your own eyes what these people putting our people through. So we have to fight. We have to speak up. It's our duty, bro, to speak up for our people. It's your duty. So to everybody, I need y'all to share this live, bro. Hey, we about to expose all of them because they want us to just move on with this shit. We're not just moving on. It's not happening. It's not happening.
He caused all that. He went to pay the truck way back this.
The green Charger collided with these cars?
He went right into it.
He said he went right into him. What you mean he went right? We saw the video. He eased and went around. What are you talking about? He didn't went right through him, but I told you he a truck driver. He probably be frustrated he not getting paid that much. That Charger passed him up. A young dude in the Charger passed him up. He sound kind of older. I'm telling you, bro.
He went around that truck, okay? He was passing away from her, and she had no choice. She hits the road.
What's how are the injuries? What
She
are they?
got a broken ankle and back injuries and then stuff like that.
So two back injuries, one broken ankle.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to move. You know what I'm saying?
You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green?
You see? You see how that was edited? Hold on. Let me show y'all the edit. I do photography. I edit videos. I do all that. I notice all this shit. Watch this. Watch this.
Injuries and then stuff like that.
So two back injuries, one broken ankle.
I just don't know how to move. You know what I'm saying?
You see? See that cut? You see that cut? How we don't know somebody else's opinion, what they said. All they want you to focus on in this video is the green Charger. So he come back on in this next cut, in this next clip, and he say, I heard about a green Charger. You see that? You see that?
You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger? Okay, so you saw it?
Wow.
What did
See?
you see happen?
He went to pass me in cars back there around
Yup.
around the curve, right?
Appreciate you, social.
He come down, right? When he come down, I got this. He had his brother that was he was taken to the emergency room, to the hospital or something like that, chemo or something like that. But I got his number also to verify this number because
Exactly.
was in front of her. When that green Charger came, he went caused this whole big traffic, so everybody was hitting brakes with it. If the Charger, I thought we hit the gold truck head on. So he jammed on brakes. She was coming down. They was going that way. When also.
See how fast he lying? How you know another car slammed on brakes? The dude in the gold truck in the other video I showed y'all, he said he wasn't going that fast to slam on brakes. You see? You see the shit they do, bro? See, but they blurred, man, look, this shit's so easy, bro. They blurred out his face because they don't want you to see his mouth moving. They don't want you to see nothing. They could put words. They can make him say something that he never said too. Because his whole face is blurred out. So all they got is a voice. I told y'all they had almost a year with this video. They got his face blurred out so you can't see his mouth moving. They can have audio, but he ain't really saying nothing. You see that? This the games they play, bruh. So I'm telling y'all this because when Carmelo Anthony go to case about that Texas stabbing, they gonna do the same thing. They gonna do the same thing. By the time he go to trial, it's gonna almost be a year or whatever. They tried to unalive him too to keep him quiet. But we saw no video with that Carmelo Anthony situation in Texas. No video. There's something about Texas and no videos. This is Texas, bruh. Everything is big in Texas, pause. But it's cameras everywhere in Texas. Cameras everywhere, especially in high school. Bruh, the high schools are bigger than the colleges in Texas. High school in Texas is serious. They don't play. They put all that money, all that Earl money, they put all that into the high schools. They don't play. So you telling me there's no videos of the stabbing? Shit crazy, man. But they got their faces blurred out for a reason, so you can't see their mouth movements. Shit easy, bro. Like, you can see right through this shit. See, Louisiana troopers think they smart. They really dumb as hell. In high school, they were the rejects. They were the ones getting punched. Then they become a cop and they try to bully people. That's what they do. They really dumb as hell. Like, they are dumb. Them, the ones in Mississippi, the ones in they are dumb. A YouTuber can sit and dissect everything they do because they are dumb. They dumb. Hold on. And then they tell you black people are DEI. Bro, Caucasian people are the real DEI. They don't earn nothing. They only get shit because of their skin and their connections. They don't work hard for nothing. They don't have to be smart to be a Louisiana trooper. All they gotta do is have the right complexion for the protection. That's it. They don't have to know anything. All they have to do is be racist. You're hired. Oh, you racist? You're hired. That's it. Oh, you a raccoon? You're hired. Oh, you can punish black people? You're hired. That's it, bro. They are dumbest of the dumbest. Louisiana State Police, they are dumb as hell. You heard it here first. I ain't scared to say it. They dumb as hell. They hide behind the law. They hide behind religion. They hide behind politics. That's it. But now, it ain't no more hiding. We breaking this shit down.
So, which way was the
Facts.
charger going? The charger was
Going
this way. Okay.
She was coming this way.
Okay.
They was going this way also. Still on brakes. She went to dodge Mr. And that's when she came on.
Exactly.
She came over and hit her.
Which 18 wheel were you driving? Okay. So the Charger, I guess, passed you up.
The Charger beeline, he knew he was crawling behind me because I'm taking my time.
And the Charger passed all, it was passing all these cars in this lane.
Everybody.
And so almost hit this one
Yup.
head on.
No, he almost hit the gold truck. I got his number right here. That's why I took his number in his name.
Almost hit the gold truck head on.
Yeah, that's his number, phone number and name.
So the gold truck, what did the gold truck do?
The gold truck, he's right here.
The gold truck slams on his
Slams
brakes.
on brakes to stop the Charger. The Charger swerved back in.
Okay.
Cut somebody else off, whoever was behind them.
See, this rat, he don't even know what he's talking about. The dude in the gold truck said he never slammed on brakes because he wasn't going fast. The dude in the gold truck said that. He said, no, I didn't slam on brakes. I wasn't going fast. He said the girl behind me wasn't paying attention and she caused the whole accident. You see? You see?
Okay.
But then they slammed on, no. The Charger, he swerved in front of them. They slammed on brakes. And by this time, he slips through, right?
Okay.
As he slips through, she's coming. She got the ram.
Brethren.
The gold truck. That's what
So you almost hit the back of this.
Yeah.
That's Louisiana for you, bro. He probably was drinking. He probably was doing something. The way he talking, that's some raccoons in Louisiana, bro. That's how they be so happy to talk to the white man, bro. They be so happy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You hear him, sir? They be so ready to be a raccoon. Like I say, not all of them, because a lot of our people ain't going for this shit. But the ones that are, yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. That's what he did. He just, bro, some people deserve to just to get slapped, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Oh, bro.
Was Mr. Truck hit?
No, he was missed.
Okay. So the truck, he slammed on it.
The gold truck was right up there.
Right. He slammed on his brakes to avoid the Charger.
Yeah.
This car,
Cut that car off, if I'm not mistaken.
So what is?
If I'm not mistaken.
Swerves out the way to avoid. So swerves out the way to avoid.
If I'm not mistaken.
Right. He slams on his brakes to avoid the Charger.
Yeah.
This car,
Cut that car off, if I'm not mistaken.
So what is this car?
If I'm not mistaken, what?
So
That's a raccoon for you.
okay, so she turned this way, and then this car was just coming. I got you.
Exactly.
And then Georgia came around.
That's the number for the guy that was in the gold truck. That's a good because he was hitting everybody.
Okay.
And then see what happened to Georgia and stopped.
Is it green Charger?
Yeah.
It's a green Charger.
When he seen what happened, he almost hit naked. He came right here.
He's the only one that.
You heard this dude? He said he almost hit me. Dude, what are you talking about? The dude slowed down. You see that? He almost hit me.
And he was the only one that jumped out of traffic. Everybody else told him the other way. He jumped out of traffic and eased through here.
Exactly. We just played that.
I know it's hurting right now, but do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened? Or do you remember?
I just know the truck was stopping on brakes. The other car was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge, but not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. You remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Okay. Thank you.
While on scene, the investigating trooper obtained written.
Now that's how you know she lying, because if she was going the speed limit, if she was paying attention, she wouldn't have had to swerve at all. Why did you have to swerve in another lane? That's because you was texting and driving, not paying attention. It was your fault. Yeah, she put no. Come on, bro. I'm telling you. If you from Louisiana, bro, if you know, we all know the chicks who always lying. We all know those back home, bro. And we all know their voice they put on. This shit crazy, bro. She trying to act like she can't talk. Like, come on, bro. That charger had nothing to do with her. If she, just like in truck driving school, they tell you to be 7 seconds, at least 7 seconds behind the car. She was following too close, texting and driving. She looked up and she saw that truck and she swerved over to avoid hitting it. That truck never slammed on brakes. The truck never pressed the brakes until he saw the accident. So Kyren had nothing to do with this whole thing. She caused the whole thing. It was her, this truck driver who was snitching, those other Caucasian dudes, and that cop who tried to frame him. Those are the people who lied on him, bro. And Louisiana State Police and the Attorney General, the DA, all of them, because they been had this video. All of them. While Kyren fighting for his life, fighting for his freedom, they had this video the whole time. And they just now showing us. It's almost November. Why they waited this long to show us this information? Because they got called out. That's why. So I hope LSU football players, bro. I hope the volleyball team. Man, look, I love college football. I do. I love college football. But I don't care, bro. Sometimes you got to stand up for what's right and say, you know what? We not playing this weekend until that cop is arrested and that girl is arrested. We not playing. Sometimes you got to stand up for shit, bro. So I hope, bro, I hope they boycott from playing. Like, I just hope they because once you start messing with, but people scared these days, bro. They scared. They ain't trying to lose that scholarship. They not trying to lose that. It's a plantation, bro. All this shit is a plantation, bro. Shit crazy, man. Oh yeah, if LSU boycott, they go arrest that cop. But you gotta think about it. They not trying to lose their scholarship. That money is more important. Until it happens to them, they don't care. Talking about they love Kyren, they doing his dances, they got his name painted on their faces. They don't give a damn, bro. Until it happens to them, and then they feel it. Then they feel it. But see, it don't have to happen to me. I still feel it. I don't have to go through that because it's my relative. No. When I think about this shit, I'm like, damn, they getting away with this? Shit crazy, man. And look at the fake statement they put up, bro. This the fake statement. And you see why they crossed out all this? Because it wasn't signed. The cop forged this. This was forged by the cop, bruh. But they ain't gonna tell you that. This was forged by the cop. The lawyer already said it. That's why they got everything blurred out. You see how much editing they doing to this video, bruh? This why everything is blurred out, because it was no signature. The cop, he forged this whole thing. Shit crazy, man.
Written and recorded statements. The trooper also spoke with additional witnesses via phone and ultimately obtained written statements later in the investigation. After the crash, the passenger in the Kia Sorento died. As part of the continued investigation, The investigating trooper made contact with the driver of the gold truck at a later date to obtain an official written statement based on previous conversations.
Play the video.
Troopers also received an additional witness statement describing the erratic driving behavior of the green Charger 10 minutes
No, he
before the
didn't.
crash.
No, he didn't. See, look, let's go back. We done with this shit. They lying. They talked about the gold truck, but they never showed the video.
This segment is broken. Reference, it barely got through, and then there was some big explosion. That's not what happened. Kyren Lacy passed 4 vehicles.
Hold up.
There's no question, in a row. Nobody ever disputed that. But it's now undisputed that he got back in. 92.3 yards. Now, interestingly enough, the report indicates that at 100...
They talked about the gold truck, but they never showed the video. You know why? Because the gold truck, he told the truth. He said, I never slammed on brakes. He said, I wasn't going fast enough to slam on brakes. He said, that girl behind me caused the whole accident because she wasn't paying attention. Texting and driving, looked up, and she was about to hit that truck, and she swerved to the left, and she caused that accident. She caused that accident. He said that. So tell me why the news didn't play this clip. They got every other body cam footage. Tell me why it did. You know why? Because it don't support their narrative. That's why it didn't play it. See, people think I'm a black racist or I just say dumb shit. No, I call out the corruption that they doing. Why didn't they show this video? They showed a 12-minute, 11-minute, and 30 seconds video, but they never showed this body cam footage of the real truth. That lady is purposely acting like the evidence is just matter of fact. Exactly. Oh, shit. She died. They needed something to blame. Nah, she didn't die. She's still alive. She didn't die. Look. They never showed this video.
Sir. So, look, don't worry about filling any of this top information, like your name, your address. Don't worry about any of that. Just right here, if you could, I'll just have you write exactly what you saw. Just make sure to include, where you were.
I don't even know what the name of that highway.
Sir, Highway 20. Highway 20. That you just.
All right, make my way home to that way.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that Charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that Charger. That's.
I was getting off my list because I was even going for it. That lady in the back of me, she didn't show what happened. That's how she caused that wreck. She was right in the back of me. She pulled on the other side.
So, but the Charger was coming right at you, correct? That's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this Charger right now.
Appreciate you, Team Cyber One. Thank you for that 10. I appreciate that. I appreciate all super chats, man. I appreciate everybody, bro. I appreciate all y'all.
Just include that in the statement, and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
Exactly.
In that video, you can clearly hear the suggestive nature indicating that I need you to say that you had to slam on your brakes and you had to avoid a Charger.
Oh, and just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that Charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that Charger. That's.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness who's the Gold Truck, what he says. And he says verbatim.
I was getting off my list because I was even going for it. That lady in the back of me, she didn't show what happened. That's how she caused that wreck. She was right in the back of me. She pulled on the other side.
I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast. That lady in the back of me, she didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side.
Yep.
But there's a bigger problem. I then obtained the actual written statement.
And
And this is from the gold truck.
This is the gold truck. Now, after the statement we just went through, notice I've obviously redacted names, addresses, and the cell phone number in fairness to the individual who is gold truck number one in oncoming traffic. See, the problem with that statement is it is in direct contravention to what was said minutes earlier. It's not written by him, and where it says signed, it's not signed, it's refused. But you see, when I have a witness who is the most critical, and he's telling you, I wasn't traveling fast, we know now that he wasn't. The data shows 2.99 seconds before that he was traveling 28 miles an hour. The data shows that. Now he corroborates that. And he goes on to say, I didn't even make a skid mark. That woman behind me, she caused that accident. And you give me this statement that is refused? I got a problem. I got a problem with that. A big one. What he's saying is she had to avoid hitting him. He specifically stated she caused that accident. But I've got an affidavit for arrest warrant right here. Nowhere in here does it say anything that you guys just saw on body cam. To the contrary, about that vehicle, it says the gold truck took evasive action by emergency braking and driving off the roadway to avoid a head-on crash. But you just heard he said, I wasn't even going fast. I didn't even skid mark. So what emergency braking are we referring to here? And what the hell was the point of this report? It is complete opposite. I would expect that you'll show this to where they can read what was said versus what was written just minutes earlier.
And just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes like.
What's poppin', Shell?
You had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
I ain't skid mark on that because I was in wrong there. That lady in the back of me, she didn't know what happened. That's how she caused that wreck. She was right in the back of me. She pulled on the other side.
So, but the charger was coming right at you, correct? That's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that. That's very important because we're trying to locate this charger right now. So just include that in the statement, and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
Thanks.
By the way, the body cam wasn't on for this statement. It was turned off before obtaining this statement. And this is what we get back in the file. This. Remember, Kyren passed. I'll just put X's. This is where Kyren passed, right? He comes here, he passes. He gets back in his lane. Don't you know that one of these witnesses that's in this package actually says in his statement that the charger passed through the vehicle of Mr. Hall and the gold truck and vehicle 2.
The truck driver said that. The truck driver.
I can't make this up. This is what people just don't get to see. And again, I'm not saying this intentional. I'm saying people commit to a story and they don't back down. You saw it here, but I'm telling you, you guys saw a video. You just saw a statement where somebody tells them what to say. They tell them that's not what happened. They still give me the statement. And now I've got another individual who we won't harp into here because it's so uncredible, right? That one individual, one of the 4 individuals here, they say that they were going 30 to 35 miles an hour when Kyren passed him. He did. There's no disputing that. No one ever did. But he was back in his lane of travel. 92.3 yards back in. 72.6 at the time of impact. When they collide, he is 72.6. Before they collide, he is almost a football field away back in his lane. That's not disputed. What you can see is another car come to a stop, and then Kyren Lacy come to a stop. But
see,
you know what's really interesting to me as well is that there was another passenger in Kyren Lacy's car. They knew this. They have video footage of this individual getting out of the car. Why didn't you ascertain his identity? Why would you not want to hear the person with one of the best views of this incident? Why would you make a call? Why would you simply not bring him in for questioning?
And I'm sure you talked to him after.
Of course, I talked to him after. That's exactly what they said. It's exactly what they said. They actually thought at one point in time that she collided with the gold truck. That's the very first thing they told me.
That they thought that this vehicle, vehicle 2, was trying to get around the 2. As in, slide between them, as in, uh-oh.
You know, so you can see why.
This is just amazing now, what I know, and there's so much more. We've spent hours and hours and hours scouring. But I don't know how else to tell anybody else that this is not mine. I didn't generate this. I didn't manipulate this. I didn't alter it. I didn't manufacture it.
I received it from the district attorney's office.
I then did my job, and I compare it to the report
In the
Yep.
investigation of state police.
and it is drastic. It's drastic. The very last line of the report
Listen.
from the district attorney's office
Listen.
says, the evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kyren Lacy should have known that his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him. And what we know is, we never disputed ever that he passed those vehicles. They were in a row, 4 vehicles in a row. We know they were going 30 to 35 miles an hour. He passed them. It was a no passing zone, but he got back in. 92.3 yards, he was back in his lane of travel. He was 72 yards behind at the time of impact. We know that now. He was actually the second car to pull up behind, not even the first. At no point in time did he have to slam his brakes.
See?
He wasn't even close to the second car. He just eased in.
He eased in. He went straight from there.
To the facility in Trevor for his football practice.
But he had no idea he
Caused this accident because he didn't think he caused the accident. He didn't cause the accident.
When did you get knowledge of it? When did you first get?
All right, y'all. And then you have people like Shannon Sharp saying he should have turned around, bro. People are. That's why I don't listen to nobody, bro. I don't watch nobody content. I just don't, bro, because people do stuff for views, bro. They do stuff for views, and they will go against black people to get views, bro. People like Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, they'll do whatever to get those views, bro. So I appreciate everybody, man, for joining this live. I'm going to keep up with this story. And like I say, if y'all know who that truck driver was, if you found his name, because I couldn't find his name. I didn't really know. Like I said, this is my first time watching this video fully. I didn't know he snitched that hard with the wrong information. So if y'all can find this truck driver, let me know, bro. Because we about to make him famous. We about to make him famous. So if you find his name on Facebook, whatever, he on Facebook, he a truck driver. And the way he talk, you can tell he gossip all day. He in people business all day, just like Young Thug. We about to make him famous. Because he started this shit from the jump. Soon as the cop got out the car, green car. Yeah. If you can find who that truck driver was, send it to me to my Instagram DM, Introvert Rockstar. I appreciate everybody for joining us live. Turn around and risk taking your eyes off the road ahead of you and get into an accident like the first one. Thank you, Introvert. Hey, I appreciate all y'all, man. I appreciate all the super chats, man. I really appreciate y'all. We got a video dropping tomorrow, and it is what it is, man. Thank you for putting this out. Hey, thank y'all for the support, bro. Thank y'all for the support. We have to care about our people. You know, I know this country, they don't give a damn, but we have to give a damn. Always. It's our duty. I know we don't like some black people here and there, but, bro, come on, man. Like, we still have to speak up for our people. Because Caucasian people go always ride for their people, right or wrong. They could go into a church and shoot 10 black people. They go still send them money. They go still support them. The dude, Daniel Penny, he choked out a black dude on a train. They still sent him like $4 million to support him. His lawyer fees, $4 million. They donated $4 million to Daniel Penny. It probably was more. So we have to start speaking up for our people, bro. We have to stay on code for our people. Don't be like these raccoons who hate their skin. They hate their skin. Don't be like them, bro. Don't be like them. You know, so I'm out, man. I appreciate everybody joining live, man. Please enjoy your, I think it's Tuesday. Enjoy your Tuesday. Don't let no negative vibes get you off. Enjoy your Tuesday. And I learned something too. going to the gym, even if you're just doing cardio, whatever, going to the gym is a lifesaver, bro. Remember that. Going to the gym or just walking your neighborhood, riding the bike daily is a lifesaver. It's going to help your mental. It's going to do all that. It's going to do all that. So if you're going through something in life right now, you worrying, whatever, go outside and walk. Go outside and ride your bike. Go outside and play a sport. Go hit the gym, hit the treadmill. Do it daily. Do it daily. And watch your whole energy change, your whole mood change, all that change. So, hey, man, I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for the super chats. Thank y'all, bro. I love y'all. I'm out.